Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another DC Dual Force video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Green Lantern and Doomsday deck. This deck is a little special because I did something different than I have with my other decks. That being that this deck doesn't have any cards that are higher than a rare. That means that I specifically built this deck to be a budget deck, so that way for anybody who doesn't have all the high-end cards can still have a deck that is super effective. So for anybody who's looking to make a budget deck or just wants a deck in general, I posted the deck code in the description for you guys, so go ahead and copy that and you can play the deck for yourselves. As always, make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video because I'll be opening a couple packs to see if we got any good cards. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the video. With that, let's jump right into our games. Alright guys, we're jumping into this game. We're playing against Harley Quinn and Doomsday. Taking a look at this opening hand, I definitely don't want these two gold cards, but a Whack-A-Man and a Simon should probably do fine in our opening hand, and we got a few other bronze cards which are definitely going to help fill out our first three initial turns. He's going to play Victor, which is a fairly strong opening Arkham inmate. He's strictly Anarchy, which is a little interesting. But I think this turn I can, if I play Stargirl, he trades with it. I didn't even realize that he gave me the Green Lantern. This is supposed to be a budget deck, so there is a chance that you do get a high-end card like Hal Jordan. I think what I'm going to end up doing for turn, though, is just play Whack-A-Man and get the 4 damage off the board. And then next turn I can play Simon and actually get to use his ability, and hopefully it goes on Hal, because if it does, he'll just start doubling, whenever he comes out, he'll start doubling the power and his health. So it'd be huge if Simon can give him plus, I think, 4 health. He is going to play Mr. Freeze for turn. I think that's a bad use of Mr. Freeze, just because next turn I don't have an attack with my leaders. Versus the turn after. But he is going to lay down a Amy in hopes that it survives, which it very well could. I could play my own Mr. Freeze. Probably give Simon an extra turn, because then I can have Hal and Stargirl will generate me an extra mana, so I can play Mr. Freeze, stop Harley this turn, and then play Stargirl. Harley can take the 3 damage, and she doesn't get to go off next turn. And then I'll play Stargirl in hopes that she lives. He can make 2 fair trades if he wants, or he can hold his damage back. He is going to play Mischief. He's going to replace his entire deck, strangely enough, and play Kite Man. And he was able to clean out his hand, so Amy's going to be enormous. But Amy can't get through anything unless Mr. Freeze... Yeah, see, he could have done 8 damage to Hal, and he chose not to for whatever reason. I don't remember if I put Shockwave in this deck. I don't think I did. But I could get like Lightning Arc. Whack-A-Man definitely helps. I think it'd be wise if we got Kilowog out this turn, so he can buff all the lanterns, and I can use Hal this turn to give me a bonus mana, which will allow me to play Whack-A-Man, and I can get rid of I could get rid of theoretically all 3 of his cards. I will make the trade here. I can make the trade here, and I can play Whack-A-Man. And now I've got a 5/7, and that was, I think, my first silver, so I can't quite get to Hal this turn yet. But he is the only other lantern I'm holding, so I can definitely give him the +4 for sure. And that's going to buff him to a 10, which, if I then use his ability, puts him at a 20. So a 12-20 could be a little hard to deal with. He is going to play the Mad Hatter. Is he holding a second Arkham inmate? Oh, he gave me Black Manta. I'm trying to think. think I have a way of killing Harley this turn. Is he going to play with his silver? I assume so. He wants to empty his hand. No, he's not. I can do 15 damage this turn, so Harley Quinn is dead. And then I can also protect. So there's 10 damage. And then I can play this. Do 5 damage. I think I could have technically played Booster first and would have done 6 damage, but she was going to die either way. And now his Doomsday can't get through my board unless he has a way of just killing one of my creatures. Otherwise, Doomsday is going to be in a world of hurt because Hal Jordan comes down next turn, and I've already got 14 damage on the board as it is. Oh, he's going to swap and kill Hal Jordan. Interesting. Well, that's fine if he does that. I don't know that I need Hal Jordan anymore, the leader. That consists of your turn. I don't think I have a way of necessarily buffing my guy right now. Hal's going to put him in a worse spot. And the reason that's going to be is because I don't know what just happened. I ended up losing connection, and because of that, I think I just lost Hal Jordan, literally. Like, the card just disappeared. Which is wicked. I haven't had a bug like that. But, barring the bug, I don't think it's going to prevent me from losing. Yeah, see, Hal is technically here. Oh! Oh, what the hell? Okay, I don't get to buff Hal. That's so silly. That's a weird bug. But, again, I don't think it's going to prevent us from winning. He's got no creatures. I've got 3, plus I get Doomsday next turn. So, let's see what my opponent decides to do, because I've got a lot of damage on the board. 25 damage at minimum. So, then he decided to swap his leader, so he can't put anything in front of it to protect. And so his only other hope would be play a guard recruit, but even a guard recruit wouldn't save him. So, Unending Ruin. It's awesome that he has that card, and it's foil. I don't think it'll show it. Oh, well, it looks beautiful. But doing that to my deck's not going to do anything. So unless he's top decking Unending Ruin forever, no. Yeah. Anton's not going to win. Sorry. I just need to turn on him and punch with Hal, and that's game. There you go. He concedes. And that was the first easy game. Alright guys, we're jumping into our next matchup against the Joker and Wonder Woman. A Anarchy and Might deck. This should get a little interesting. I don't know that I need 2 Amy's in my hand, and I definitely don't need a silver and gold. So we'll trade those out. Ooh, it's a little bit of a rough start. I am holding Bazooka though, and both of his layers do attack, so Captain Cold's actually not going to be a bad card. But Amy's definitely nowhere near getting a his adrenaline buff. So alright, starting on my turn, I did get Kilowog from Hal, but unfortunately he's also a silver. So I'm holding all silver. I really need to draw a bronze, especially going into silver or double bronze. Let's see what my opponent has. Probably a Man-Bat or Jimmy Olsen. He's going to play Robot Superman, which makes sense. It's fine. But please give me a bronze. My opponent ended up disconnecting. Okay, my opponent did end up reconnecting, so now being able to take my turn, We did draw Solemn Grande, another silver card, which I definitely don't need. Oh, my opponent ended up disconnecting again. I don't know if this is going to be a common theme for him, but a game is a game. Okay, so my opponent did end up timing out. I hope he does reconnect. I'm going to play my turn in hopes that he does, but he very well may not. He did end up reconnecting. I really hope he doesn't end up disconnecting again. This turn, though, I will end up playing Captain Cold, so both of his leaders can't attack next turn. And I'll kill his Superman, so now he doesn't have a leader on the board. And I'm fine with losing Amy. I'm more worried that he can't attack with his leaders as long as he can't get Captain Cold off the board. Which is going to prove to be a little hard. He's going to play Superboy this turn, though. I bet you he's probably looking to shut down my Mr. Freeze, Captain Cold. But come my gold turn, I could use Bazooka. I can do 5, 9, 9, and 8. I need one more point of damage, and that can come from Hellblaze. Now, Booster Gold. And he ended up disconnecting. Alright, he is back in the game once again. Let's see if he ends up finishing his turn and plays anything with his bronze. He is down to his timer. So let's see. Alright, he ended up losing his turn and he disconnected at the end of his turn. He definitely loses the Joker not this turn, but next turn. Because Booster Gold's gonna help do 6 damage. I can do 5 damage. I can do 4 damage. And then I can even just use Hellblaze next turn. He just came back to Joker basically dead. So he might just retreat, especially with his connection problems. But next turn I can just play Hellblaze and I can just deal damage here. And then Hellblaze will kill Superboy. Or Superboy will lose a shield to one of my recruits. So he is locked out again this turn. So he definitely is going to kill Mr. Freeze. He has to. I keep calling him Mr. Freeze, Captain Cold. He has to kill Captain Cold. But he's going to lose a leader next turn. And then Doomsday is going to be charged. And then I can do 4, 10... and 9 is more than 21. I think he loses next turn. I think I can just kill him next turn. No, I cannot kill him next turn. I was going to be able to. Now it's going to be a little harder. Now I can only do 18 damage out of his 21. So he's finally going to pop the Joker and just use the shoot randomly, but he's not going to be able to make the attack. I could...
Gods grant us their favor.
No, I have to... I was going to say I could use Bazooka, but I have to use... Wow, he killed Booster Gold over Mr. Freeze. If he would rather lose the attack. He did pop both of his heroes. I mean, he could pop them next turn. But Joker's not going to live long enough. And then between Bazooka, Doomsday, and like Solemn Grande, Hellblaze will protect through that. But I can use Captain Cold to deal the damage there. So Captain Cold, and then into Hellblaze doesn't kill Superboy anymore. That's a little unfortunate, but I think it'll be fine. Hellblaze basically makes it so his Superboy has to die next turn. He cannot heal it. And then even though, actually, I'll save Mr. Freeze because Captain Cold will go off. I don't want to use Doomsday this turn because I need his Superboy to die. And instead, I'll just use my Solemn Grande. He doesn't know I'm holding Bazooka. I'm pretty sure it's over next turn for him. I just have to be able to get through Superboy or whatever he puts here, and then I can just do 18 damage between the two. Alright, he is going to play Killer Frost for lethal, but... oh, that shuts down Doomsday for a turn. That's fine. He is finally going to kill Captain Cold. He does have a gold, so I'm assuming he's going to replace Superboy. He's going to replace it with Crypto. Crypto doesn't win. I'm probably going to play... I have to play Mr. Freeze. And I could play Jessica. Okay, so what I'm going to have to end up doing for turn is I'm going to have to kill Crypto. So he doesn't have... oh, shoot. Crypto doesn't kill Solemn Grande. Unfortunately. So instead, I can play Jessica Cruz because she's healthy. I will decline, and I can play Mr. Freeze and stop him from attacking next turn. Past turn, I'll have Hal Jordan up next turn. Now he should be dead. I didn't think he was going to play Killer Frost. She did put a hiccup. He technically should have died last turn, but it's okay. Now I can play Bazooka, and I've got 14 damage between my leaders, 22 damage between Bazooka and the leaders. That should be enough. And I left Crypto alive, so it's actually better. Okay. I still get Solemn Grande back at 5 damage. So unless he uses, like, his Killer Frost, I get to keep Solemn Grande. Bizarro. A 5 shield. He's dead. Bizarro doesn't save him. Even at 6 hit points, Bizarro doesn't save him. He's got no way of surviving because I can do 1 damage with Jessica. Well, he does get to attack, so that actually will put a slight hiccup in my plans. But he keeps putting out the top cards. He is a legendary card. I do get to play Whack-A-Man instead. So he is dead this turn. I can do this. I can do this. I can play Whack-A-Man. I can play Bazooka. And I can swing with Doomsday. And I do get to finally close the game out. So it turned out to be a successful game, even though he was disconnecting a ton. Well, there you guys have it. We had 2 successful games today. Despite one of our games having a complete, misplay with Hal Jordan and our other game having our opponent disconnect, I think I was still able to show off that it doesn't require a bunch of legendary cards in order to have a good deck. I think this deck is really strong considering it doesn't have anything higher than rares. And it obviously performed well against our opponents who even did have legendary cards played. Like I said at the beginning, the deck code is in the description. Go ahead and copy it, make the deck, and let me know how it does for you guys. As always, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Alright guys, I've got a few packs for us to open today. Let's see if we get anything good. Alright guys, this pack does have an epic in it for us, so let's open our commons, and we realize there are no rare or foils, but our epic card, hopefully it's one I don't own, is going to be Disorganized Crime. This is now my official second copy. I think it's really good for Arkham decks. And finally, this pack is going to also have 2 rares for us. We're going to open up our commons. It doesn't look like it's anything foil or special. We did get another Bane. I think that's my 3rd Bane now, but unfortunately he's not foil. Would have been nice. And we also got, I think that's now the 2nd Trickster, but also not foil. He's also really good for Anarchy decks as well. And as always, thank you guys so much.